Hi, this is Catherine Rose. I'm with BoardGameGeek here at SPIEL 2019. I'm sitting here with Sarah Erickson from Renegade Game Studios, and she's here to talk about the Aquicorn Cove Board Game.
So this is actually based off a beautiful graphic novel by Katie O'Neill, and it's in the same series that we do with Oni Games, who publishes the graphic novels. And so if you play...
Same beautiful artwork from the graphic novel, I'm assuming.
Exactly, yeah. So if you love the way this looks, please go check out her graphic novels. And also if you like the Tea Dragon Society, this is also in that same series.
Fantastic.
So in this game, you are trying to balance the preservation and continuation of your little town that sits next to this beautiful reef that will be polluted if you aren't careful. And so we have to care about the conservation of our environment while still growing the people that live in this town, which I think is a really beautiful balance. And just like in the graphic novels, there are several different characters. You're going to pick which character you want to play, and this is cooperative. So you can play up to 4 people, and each one of those people will have a unique deck that gives different actions and will lean towards certain types of actions depending on the player. So basically, it's very straightforward, and you have 7 actions that are going to happen every round. So they go from the very first action, which is showing an event card, which will influence one of these actions and do something special. And then you go through fishing, planting food, harvesting food, all these different things that you would need to do for a town, building buildings, repairing things. And the way that the game works is you are going to choose a card from your hand and you're going to play it in one of these areas. So this card could be played either in the 3 phase or the 6 phase, depending on which action you need as a team at that time. Each one of the players is going to play their cards into the various areas, and then you'll activate each one of the different actions. So once you've done that and you've activated all those things, you're going to modify stuff on the board, and then you'll go on to the next season. And you really just play through 2 whole years of life in this little small village next to the ocean, and you do everything you can to try and build up the village while taking care of the reef, because there are these beautiful seahorse unicorns, which are known as aquicorns, that live there that will help you out if you're careful with that. So several of the different actions. I love the way that fishing works in this because it is a strong conservation theme. You have this boat over here, which I believe you can see actually, and you only have a certain number of spaces on the boat, and every time you get to this phase, you can draw as many fish out of this bag over here as you can fit in the boat. However, if you draw 2 of the same type of fish, then you have overfished. And
so it's a push your luck, right?
This part of the game is definitely push your luck, because if you do overfish, then only one of those fish will be able to go back into the bag. Sometimes you get an empty net, no food from that one. And if you overfish, then you can't put one of those back in the bag, so you'll never see that particular fish again. And we certainly want to be careful not to overfish, not to ruin our environment, that type of thing.
This is a great message in the game as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go. 2 of the same.
Yep, so now we've caught 2 of the same fish, so beginning of the next round, we're only going to be able to put one of these back in the bag, the other one is lost for forever. There's also pollution that we can pull out of the bag, and that, if we pull it, is going to end up in the reef, and that's also no good. There's empty nets, there's all these problems, but we can repair our boat as one of the actions, giving us more space here, but then also increasing that chance that we could pull multiple of the same fish.
Exactly.
So there's lots of good choices that you make as a team throughout the game. So there's fishing, like I said, there's harvesting, but you have, or planting, but in this action zone, you have a chance to either do things like cleaning the pollution out of here, or spending that same time going over here and planting food. So how do you balance those 2 things during your time in the village? So each one of these actions will give you choices that really make it an interesting balance of trying to save the environment while taking care of the people.
Fantastic.
And because it's a cooperative game, you could definitely play this with families. You can play this
because you're helping each other.
Yeah, the cooperative part of it's great. And there are little things in here that are just really cute that I think families would love. Like if you pull an aquicorn out of the bag, then you get to draw one of these special cards that allows you to do something really cool that's a power that only the aquicorn can give you. So there's just little neat parts of this game all over in it. Like if you have a storm, when we get to this phase, you'll roll these dice, and then these dice are going to go to certain parts of the board, and if there's a building there, it gets damaged and causes pollution into the water.
And then you have to clean up, and you have to
So this
Fix the building as well.
Absolutely. So this is a game that's actually coming out November 6th.
Okay.
And it goes up to 4 players and it will be available at retail stores everywhere.
Fantastic. So keep your eyes out for that. That's Aquicorn Cove, the board game.